Good afternoon. I am RISHI RAJ Singh, retired DGP, Kerala. Presently, I am visiting Dallas. I am here at the invitation extended by Shri P.C. Matthews, who stays over here and works. He also is president of GIC, that is Global India Council, a concept which came into existence nearly 2 years ago, and the GIC is doing extremely well. Thank you very much.
I am P.C. Matthew, a global president of Global Indian Council. It's a global network of Indian diaspora to connect, promote and support, empower youth and entire Indian community living abroad. We are going to have today membership campaign and membership issuance kickoff by our Goodwill Ambassador RISHI RAJ Singh, former DGP of Kerala. We are proud to have him today here.
Hi, I am Elizabeth Aridiar. I'm a nurse practitioner by profession. I'm in America for almost 20 years. I'm an active participant of Global India Council DFWA chapter, and it's an honor and pleasure to have our former and retired DGP RISHI RAJ Singh serve with us today. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is JC George. I am a nurse practitioner and a college professor by profession. I am honored to be interviewing former DGP Mr. RISHI RAJ Singh. I am a co-chair of GIC Global Center of Excellence for Youth and an APRN co-chair for INAT and an active member of GIC. Thank you.
Sir, it is really an honor and we are all proud to have you today with us. It was a great honor actually. We have some questions to you today. The first question is, you are originally hailing from Rajasthan, but you have chosen Kerala as your hometown. Is there any specific reason you chose Kerala to be your hometown?
I, as an IPS officer, came in 1986, and after serving for 36 years, I retired in 2021. In 2016, I was appointed as Excise Commissioner. So, Excise Commissioner's job in Kerala is not only to control the excise activities, but also to control the drug-related activities also, especially at and around schools and colleges. Excise department has been given a force also to do that, like we have like police stations, excise police stations are all there. These are called range offices. So excise in India, the Kerala is the only state which has made excise department as the nodal agency to confiscate and control drugs in the society. So I had started going and visiting schools and colleges from 2016, and I would go to schools and colleges and brief the children about what it is, the definition of the drugs and why the children are taking, what is the responsibility of teachers, parents, society as such, police, excise, and what is how the children themselves should control it. So almost 3,000 schools and colleges I have covered, but that job is not over. Still I feel that some more schools and colleges have to be addressed. In between I got retired, so that work has not been completed. It is still in a continuing form. So that's why I have stayed back at Kerala. Now I stay in Trivandrum. Generally 2 to 3 schools and colleges I visit every day, and I continue with my job, that is to make the people, especially children, aware about the bad consequences of the drug consumption, and at the beginning itself how they can decide not to get in this problem.
Now we are moving from India to global. We appreciate that you have been potential supporting in Global India Council and one of the ambassador since we started in 2021. What really attracted you to the Global Indian Council?
See, PC Matthews had, in the beginning itself, had contacted me and was asking me whether I could become a member of or a promoter in Global India Council. I immediately said yes, though at that time I was serving. I find if you read the vision and the vision of this is basically to promote the basic concept of peacefulness in the society and to bring happiness in general, not only in India or in America, all over the world. So the vision itself has been very outstanding. And then there are, as the part of the mission, there is a lot of, nearly they have 15 points I could see, like they promoting the good salient features of the Indian culture all over the world, especially in America or outside India. The helping the non-profit, no-profit making NGOs and the other governmental organizations, whether from India or America, associating with the philanthropic activities, taking care of the climate issue. So there are so many things which are basically the need of the hour. The GIC is taking care of it, and even a thing like to take care of our environment or to the climate itself is a big achievement that the GIC has from the beginning itself have started thinking about it. So they have been doing, the meetings are being held, online briefings are being held. I myself have already have come online and have spoken and have taken part in their meetings. So since GIC is all very much concerned about the benefit of the society as such, in India as well as outside, that made me to become the one of the parts of this organization.
So, sir, what is your opinion about the lifestyle of Indians adopted in the USA compared to the lifestyle in India?
That all we know, that in India is a big country. I mean, it's a country of 142 crore people. Not necessarily Indian government or the state government for that matter can provide jobs what we wish for or what we want. So naturally, if we have an opening or an opportunity to go out and serve, so that is what the people are doing. If the America provides the opportunity, or for that matter, if the Gulf countries provide the opportunities or so, that's why they are, the Kerala by nature, they enjoy by going outside of their state and do the job. So that is why it's not without a reason that almost 1 crore Keralites are working outside in the outside Kerala, that maybe in the remaining 27 states of the country, or even the Gulf countries, or even America, Philippines, Europe, Southeast Asia, or so. So the basic, some of the differences which I find, while if we are living in India or we are living outside India, is that the work culture is different. Here in America, I mean, you have to do everything by yourself, and the professional values are highly respected over here. But apart from that, if you see, let us say the basic concern like the taking care of children, let us say, how the children or the adolescents are raised. What I feel is, after in my 37 years of my career, and after that, since I have gone to 3,000 schools and colleges, that it is like between we are living like the atmosphere of the less control and the atmosphere of the more control. That's my view. That is like the Europe or the Western society, including America also, the control over children is not that strict as we see in India. But it doesn't make any difference. As far as, for example, if we take the increase of the drugs to be used among children, it is almost like the India is as bad as this problem is there in the Western society, including America. So why it is happening? Reasons are different. In India, I see that the academic brilliance is given the top priority. The parents want that their children should keep on doing excellent from the first grade onwards till even the 12th grade or even the completion of the degree or so. So the academic pressure is very high in India in comparison to the other Western countries, including America. So there the reason is, then there are reasons like children taking out of curiosity. Then there is a peer pressure factor is also over there, where the senior class children are compelling or they are encouraging to the children of the lower class to take the drugs also. These are the reasons which are very much available in Indian society, also in Kerala more. But in America, that is the academic brilliance kind that the parents or the teachers pressurizing children simply to get more marks I don't think that is a bigger problem like as we see in India. But here, then again, here like the age of 13 is considered, after that the children are almost on their own. Even you cannot, that is those are the values in these countries. There is no point in losing the one's sleep over it. That's the way these countries are. So the child himself or herself has to understand about the bad consequences of the drugs, and they themselves, if they realize only, then they stop. The parents like getting very strict with them, taking them even against their wishes to the counselors or to the psychiatrists or to the de-addiction centers. It just doesn't happen here. I have read a lot of books written by American writers. So it is almost everything is left to the good way, the sweet wish of the child. When the child decides not to take, well, he or she won't take. If the child decides to continue with it, so these are the certain differences that here the parental control is very much, even it is very, very strict in India, and to that extent it may not be there in the Western countries. So, but then my advice is to the children of children and their parents in India is that they should constantly, they must strive hard to bring down the activities of the drug consumption in the schools or colleges by looking into their, like the parents looking into their the very lives of the children, what is happening in their life, who are their friends, then giving, let us say, as the experts say, that a child needs a communication with the mother or father for 20 minutes every day. If the mother or father talks to the child for 20 minutes a day, then the child will feel that this house, his or her presence is respected, someone is someone is interested genuinely in his or her life. So these factors will certainly bring down the interest in drugs by children, and the parents should, in the beginning itself, they should strive hard that this problem is taken care of. Otherwise, once they become addict, the addiction is there, then it is very, very difficult. So as I go to like, irrespective of whether it is consequential or non-consequential, I am going to schools and colleges. The same kind of effort has to be taken by the parents, by teachers, by police, by excise department, and by the society as such. That every segment of the society has to make the effort constantly.
Hello, sir. With my interaction with you, I have learned a lot from you. I understand you read books and you make some researches, your own researches and findings, and you have a long experience in police department. So with your experience, and I have a question that in America and India, especially Kerala, in administrative level, any good things, good systems or policies which America adopted are better, we can adopt and to make our life better in India.
Certainly, like take for example, the discipline on the roads, the respect to the law which is given to the Western countries, that kind of respect, Indians we have to adopt only. We have to go a long way. Now, here, if you are going without helmet or if you have not worn the seat belt or so, you will be punished for that. That may not be the case in India also. Whether if the policeman is not on the road, whether the street light is not working, so there is a tendency of people taking advantage of it. That kind of thing has to stop. We American from the Western countries, including America, India has to learn to give maximum respect to the law. And number two, the respect to timekeeping. Now, it is, if you see, I have been coming to these countries for a long time. Even for example, a bus, a city bus, we can make our watch correct by the coming of that bus to the bus stop. They are 100%, everyone, the making time, coming on time. Punctuality is the part of the lives of Americans and even the Europeans also. That we have to learn. In India, Kerala, I'm surprised, is a pleasant surprise for me. Kerala maintains to that extent 99% or so, the things start in time, government meetings start in time. I mean, we see the things are happening in time. But India as such has to learn a lot. The punctuality, the respect to the roads, and this crime management. Crime management is that if you have committed a crime, there is an assurance, it goes without saying that the person will be taken to the task. The sentences are long, for 100 years, for 200 years. So, crime is there everywhere. There is a general saying that if the population will increase, so will crime. It will never come down. It will only increase only. But then how do we tackle with it? So if we remain in crime, my theory is that it is not the longevity of the sentence which matters. It is the consistency of the sentence that matters. I mean, criminal should know that if I am going to commit a crime, that I would be punished. That fear is still, we have to make a lot of changes in our laws also. Certainty of the crime we have to make as the hallmark of the criminal jurisprudence system. So these are the things which we have to learn from the Western societies.
You give us a very valuable point, like spend 20 minutes with your child or children to each parent. So spending 20 minutes will give the child to come back home, a comfort zone, to come back and, he is welcomed or someone is there to listen. It's a very, very valuable lesson, advice, suggestions. Like that, do you have any other advice to the migrated community of Indians in America based upon your life experience?
The core values of Indian society are still very strong. That in giving respect to your elders, to giving respect to your parents. I mean, the loving to your own country. These are the things where, and generally Indians are of peaceful nature. I mean, as they say, there is a saying in India that 95% of the population in India will never go to any police station. It is only 5% people will be either going to the station or they will be having problem with the law. So basically, it's a peaceful society. If you see the Indian culture, the violence has never been the part of India as such. India never attacked. In the last 1,000 years, India has no any power belonging to India. They never attacked. The last attack which was done from Indian soil was by Raja Chol in 1200 AD, where the Raja Chol's navy went and attacked today's what we see is Indonesia or so. Otherwise, this almost 1,100 years are over. So basically, we are people with the peaceful in nature. So that also the USA also, which is we find in USA or the Europe for that matter also, we find that people are restless. See the gun culture. I was reading that in this year itself, from January 1st, 2023 to August 31st, already 15,000 people have already been killed in the different shooting incidents, and half of them, nearly 7,000 also, are less than 18 years. So this kind of thing in India, it is unheard of. There is no, I mean, like in England and Japan are two other countries where there is no concept of guns. Nobody keeps a gun. I mean, gun is not allowed in that society. When earlier we used to visit to these countries, so peacefulness is not only in India. There are some other countries also which believe that we should live in peace with others. That also, I mean, the Western societies can go a long way and learn from us. And giving respect to the elders and the parents. I mean, these are the 2-3 things which definitely the others can learn from us.
Thank you, sir. I heard about the drug awareness classes that you've been doing in Kerala after you've been retired. Like that drug awareness class, do you have any other mission in the remaining of your retired life?
This is going to be the main objective for the forthcoming some years. And apart from that, I am writing 2-3 books about the preparation, how to prepare for the professional examinations. And then also I am also writing that since once I was the transport commissioner, that still how to bring down the number of the people who are dying every day on the roads, and those people are getting injured or so. On an average in India, 400 people are dying every hour, and this every day. In Kerala, nearly 24 people are dying every day in Kerala. So how these numbers can be brought down? There are reasons for that. If we implement those, in simple reason that we have to be very, very strict in implementing the laws, like whoever is not wearing a helmet, whoever is not putting a seatbelt, whoever is not putting a speed governor to the bus, that has to be immediately detected, and the person is punished, as we see in Gulf countries, as we see in America. Why it cannot happen over there? It will say, they say that a good amount of the Kerala GDP is being spent for the treatment of the patients who are injured during road accidents in the hospitals. That the whole thing can be brought down. Nearly, I'm told that $2 billion, 2 billion rupees, the Kerala is spending as far as for the treatment of those people who are getting injured on road. Now this 2 billion, if we bring down the accidents down, and if we respect to the laws, this 2 billion rupees can be spent for in the field of education, in the field of hospitals. So about that also I am trying to bring some awareness in the society. So basically these are my two objectives, to make children and the parents to make aware about these bad consequences of the drugs and how to stop the drug consumption, as well as how the police department or the transport department can bring down the numbers of the accidents and the numbers of those dying in the accidents down.
Sir, thank you. And I have read about you that RISHI Raj Singh is every inch a police officer. Glad to hear that. Then in your career in the police department, one of the incidents you feel to be highlighted as great benefited to the community and or memorable to in your life, and if you can make it a brief, I'd be grateful.
10 years ago, I was made a transport commissioner, and then when we joined, I remember with Sri Umman Chandi sir was the chief minister, Aryadan Mohammed sir was transport minister, and then we saw that no one was following no one was serious about the implementation of helmet, or people debates were going on the TV also, whether the helmet should be put on, whether is it not a personal right of a person to wear it and not to wear it. So these kind of things were going on. So then I said, and the law was very much there. The law, the Transport Act, where the helmet wearing was made compulsory. That was 25 years ago. That is 1985 itself. The law had come. Supreme Court was asking why it is not being implemented. So then we took a decision that let all the laws be implemented first, and then by informing and taking the government into confidence, we did it. 3% people were only wearing a helmet when we took over, and then when we left, 97% were wearing helmet and only 3% were not wearing helmet. That was the thing. And the seat belts the people started wearing. A minister, in fact, a union minister had died because of the fact, because he had not worn the seat belt, and because of the jump he got, his head got hit with the speed rod, the steel rod was there, and he died. So then there was no looking back. So we made this wearing of seat belts compulsory for everyone, and nearly 20 lakhs transport buses are flying in Kerala, where the buses, like for these line buses as they are called, for transporting people also. So no bus was having the speed governor. So we implemented all the 20 lakhs buses were made to keep the speed governor in that particular buses, and thus the accident rate came tumbling down. So our purpose was served. So that one incident makes me very, very contented and very satisfied that at least some efforts made by the transport department, a lot of lives were saved.
So back to this drug awareness. We understand that after retiring from the police services, you are taking a lot of time to do the drug awareness classes in the various schools and the colleges. What made you to do so?
Simply the ignorance of the basic information about the drugs. For example, in each and every school or college where I go, I always invariably ask them what it is, what is the definition of drug or so. Simple things, they are not aware of it. For example, new things like tobacco products have come very recently in the society, and the government of India has banned all of them, like this pan parag, pan masala, jarda, kutka, khani, hands. But if you ask any child whether hands and everything, these things are all available, merrily available at and around of all the schools and colleges. So we say, so then I ask them that you may be eating hands or so. Are you aware? Yes, sir, is it really banned? They don't know. So this is number one idea is they have to be made aware. They have to be made aware that what they should eat and what they should not eat. So this is number one. Which are the things which are banned by Government of India? Even the teachers are not aware of it. The parents are not aware of it. That is number one. So to make them aware. Then what are the laws by which can be implemented? That also we have to, somebody has to go and tell for the kind of information. Even I was asking here in USA also, in Kerala or in India, as such, there is no topic as such in the school curricular related with the studies about the drugs. So what these drugs are, why these should not be consumed, what the government can do to bring it down or so. Nothing is there. I mean, in the first 12 classes, nothing is, nowhere in India it is being taught. So then we should, then somebody has to teach them. So the excise department also, police officers, they also go. And I invariably go for simply because of to satiate their inquiries and their inquisitives that what are these things? That is number one. And then to the teachers also we have to, how they can stop if the children use in the running classes or in the toilets or at the hostel. These are the three places in the schools also where they use it. And I also take a lot of classes for the parents also, that what are the symptoms if a child has taken it. So there are certain symptoms about it, like child sitting alone, bolting the door from inside as if doing something so that the mother or the parent should not see, asking money all the time to the mother to buy this stuff. This stuff is very expensive. Then their grades coming down constantly. Then they not sleeping in time, and even if they doing something or so, finding out where the drugs are available for till late in the night, even if their parents are slept also. These are some typical signs. Then children getting very violent, children almost quarreling with parents. Now under the influence of the drugs, now even the children have started killing their parents. So this is happening in Punjab, Haryana, and now in Kerala also we see that 5 incidents have taken place in the last 6-7 months, where the child doesn't know what he or she is doing. Tying the father and then thrashing him. This is why it is happening. Most of the reasons, there could be some other reasons also. Then children are getting more and more lonely and committing suicide, running away from home, feeling a lot of stress on them. As such, there is a lot of stress to do well in the academy, in the academic side. So these are the reasons for which they are taking. So the parents should know why the child is taking. So I go and tell the parents also that don't give too much of a stress to the children for getting A+ grade or 95% marks or so. Because that is also one of the reasons for children, since when the stress becomes unbearable, so this is the only solution. They find it very easy, taking drug and then not feeling any pain or any stress for 24 hours also. So these are the reasons for which I go to schools and colleges and speak to them.
I know we covered global, we covered community, we covered the family. Now I'm going to ask you questions about your favorite department, the police department. So, what advice to the current police department about what they can do to improve their role in our community?
In bits and pieces, this answer has already percolated down in the answers which I gave earlier. That is, they have to make it a point that the rules are implemented no matter what. comes. I mean, it is not there that some officer, he or if, the policing, sometimes policing becomes subjective in India. If one particular officer is very, very strict and he wants that all the rules to be implemented, then the whole department thinks that way and the rules are all implemented. But some other officer comes, he is not that particular, so the message goes down, and then the department, to that extent, department also becomes slightly relaxed. So my request to thee is that the implementation of rules and regulations should not be a matter of somebody's personal liking. It has to be. It should not be left to the whims and fancies of some officers also. No. Irrespective of the any officer, the department must strive hard to implement, whether it is these are the transport related matters, about putting the safety features into reality, like a helmet or seat belts or speed governors, or whether it is the sale. The drugs become crime in 5 manners: use, sale, distribution, production, and inciting. Like, for example, any senior boy is inciting a junior class boy, that is a crime. So these 5 crimes, like sale, distribution, use and production, and inciting. Anywhere anyone is seeing it, whether it is in the market, whether it is in the school, whether the mother is seeing at home or anywhere, so that must be immediately should be informed either to the police or the excise. Only that way only we can stop this thing. We are all, the general tendency what I see, that people see, parents are watching, the teachers are watching, that some children are using it or they are inciting to give it to some others, or there is a sale just at and around of their school or college also. But then a very lethargic attitude we also see. They say that this is a routine thing, what is the point to tell into the police also? No. How we are serious about catching the murderers, how society, whether it is India or in America, are serious about the gun, to the possession of the gun, everybody takes it very seriously. Why that seriousness is not there about these 5 crimes when they see as far as the drugs are concerned? Why immediately, if any boy has, or why the children, my experience says that in a school only less than 1% children are there who may be using it or who may be inciting others to take it. Why the school authorities should not take action against them? If you take action against only 1%, you are saving 99%. No school management in India thinks about that. No one in Kerala in the last 40 years I have seen to be rusticated or been asked to leave the school also. Everybody is trying to cover it up. I heard some schools, they say that we don't report the matter because the school's name will be spoiled. That is not the point. I mean, this is the way. How long you will keep your school's name so intact with these kind of activities taking place more and more. So, implementation of laws all the 24 times, and then being serious about the crime as for related with the drugs. The police department and the excise department has to be very, very more vigilant than they could be.
Sir, thank you, sir. One of the best and interesting responses from your side. Actually, we are thankful for you to traveling all the way from California, then Atlanta, touching Chicago, back to Texas, the Lone Star State, wherein we are going to kick off our DFW chapter's membership initiation today. And we are really thankful, and we are proud of you for your diligent duty performed in your career. And finally, with the Global Indian Council as one of the ambassadors, you are supporting us, promoting us, giving moral support, advices, timely advices, attending our Zoom meetings, giving some classes. Do you have any guidance or any advices to give to me as the Global President of Global Indian Council?
Yeah, please enlighten us about the activities of the GIC. That is, since it has been working so hard for last 2 years, I would like to know what are your plans in the near future.
Yeah, actually we had, when we started almost 2 years with a vision to create a global network of Indian diaspora. Well, we have a lot of ethnic organizations like Malayalis and Telugu and Kannada and Gujaratis, etc., etc. But Indian brand, as a network, we only need a few people to have a chapter. Now we have a chapter in Africa. Dr. Mohan Lemba is the president. We have a chapter in New York. We have a chapter. There's a Dr. Paulos is the president. We have a chapter in Austin. Dr. Narayana Janga is the president. And we have also a chapter in Houston, and we are organizing in Australia. India also we have 3 chapters in South Kerala, Central Kerala and North Kerala. South Kerala's president is Professor K.P. Matthew. And Central Kerala is K.P. Matthew, South Kerala Kallikad Babu, and North Kerala Professor Varghese Matthew. And we are still growing in Delhi and Jaipur. We are almost begun our work, and we are still growing our organization. With this network, we can get connected with Indians. Indian diaspora is growing and a very peaceful community. We were inaugurated by Atlanta Consul General Dr. Sadiq Kulkarni, and then we got sworn in by former Ambassador Pradeep Kapoor. So when you approach embassies and governments as a Global Indian Council, we get more response than an ethnic organization. So this helps our community whenever for example, somebody moving to Toronto. One of my friends from Delhi, they want to help. We only called our people in Toronto and got them connected and helped them there. So a lot of connectivity, we have it, and we are growing organization. So that way we have a first project we done, the Footprints. It's a short film around 40 minutes. It got a lot of awards, Bombay International Film Awards and many awards, which shows Mahatma Gandhi's life. He came to Kerala and lived in a traditional manner, and he was insisting that people to create establish a school. That time, olden time, the low caste people couldn't go to school, right? So based upon that, the Footprints, that was one of the first project. And secondly, we are also now spelling bee competitions going on. 40 contestants already there. First part is over. The finale is next Saturday. Then there will be award. And we also do some charity projects helping the students, nursing students, and to some small housing projects. We are growing. We are getting feedback. We have Center of Excellence. JC is the co-chair, and Narayana Janga is the youth chair. And we have education, Dr. Kurian Thomas, former principal of the Bishop Moore College. He is the chair of education. Professor K.P. Matthew and Dr. Rajmohan Pillai as one of the business excellence chair. And we have a lot of film. We have a red carpet. As Tom George Gorad, one of the producers, is the film producer, and he is the chair. And a lot of professionals and educated people are there. So we are building a great network, and hope we can do a lot with all your support and many of the people who are going to join in our organization. Thank you so much. Thank you.